yeah, that's scary. Yeah, that's scary. Yeah, that's scary. Yeah, that's scary.
Top 5 dead alive, only came to terrify. Every topic scary, we can lead the bravest paralyzed. Hope you're not at home alone, better keep the lights on. But if you love adrenaline, then welcome to the fright zone. Billy is the leader, the visionary dreamer. Gerard got the joke, scaredy cat the screamer. You gon' get this work, if you scared, go to church. This podcast is scariest, you heard it here first.
And he said that to me because I was like, I'm just excited that Jeepers Creepers is here. You know, I want to see the character again. But when because he's a huge lover of Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah, that's scary. Yeah, that's scary. Yeah, that's scary. Yeah, that's scary.
Whoa, what's going on, everybody? What's up? What's up? Welcome to Yup, That's Scary, your horror, haunted house, and Halloween podcast. I am so excited to have you guys on the show. It's going to be a good show today. I'm just really excited to have a good buddy of mine that I know for a very long time in the industry on the show today. So today's show, we dive deep into the mind of Garrett Zima. Yes, we're talking about Garrett Zima, my man, the visionary artist who has brought nightmares to life through his haunting creations. From the eerie to the grotesque, Garrett's work has graced horror TV series, woo, haunted houses, oh yeah, and collector shelves, leaving a mark on the horror genre. And this man is killing it, no pun intended. So give me my give me my co-host. Give me my horror. Bring him in. I'm so sorry. Bring me my co-host, Gerard. What's up, man? How are you?
You okay?
I don't even know what made me say that. I was like, bring me my horror.
Okay.
What
have you had
blank
to
faces
drink today?
Water.
How much have you had to drink today?
I got water, not vodka in here. This is a Molly Z little cup. And we love Molly Z here. She is a great supporter.
It's too early to be drinking.
What are you drinking? That's the question. What are you drinking?
Oh, I'm off today. It's vodka.
I do not advocate any of your drinking habits.
Neither do I.
Are you ready for today's show? What?
Look, I'm ready for today. I mean, there's a joke lined up about double cheeked up ghosts, so we all good. I'm ready to go.
You said a double what?
Double cheeked up ghosts.
Okay. Do I need to
do?
Should I? Nope. Okay.
Do?
Moving on. So what's going on?
Wait a minute.
How have you been, bro? What?
So here's the thing. I did skip your ticket today, and I just saw a trailer for a new movie. I wish it would have been a skipper ticket if I saw this trailer. I literally watched it while the opening credits. I'm like, oh, it's called Sloth House, and it's a horror movie about a killer sloth.
What? So let me just say that movie would probably take 5 hours just to play, because a sloth is a sloth is a sloth is a sloth.
No, with the movie, the trailer described it perfectly. In the nature and in the wild, it's a beta, but in the real world, it gets on Facebook and becomes an alpha. So it's definitely so stupid. I don't know.
Why
are we making movies like this?
I don't even know if I should believe you or not. Like, I'm just being
Look up
real.
Sloth House. Look up Sloth House and spell it
Look up Soft
correctly. It's
House.
spelled
There you go.
SLUTH,
Yeah.
sloth, not SLUT house. Okay. Well, it's not
Look,
look up that. That's a
look,
different movie.
look. Already, our viewers are chiming in, and one said, "Skip, thank you, Josh Evans." Skip, and Josh Evans also say, "What's up, everybody? What's up, Josh? How are you? Welcome to our show. Welcome to your show." Believe it or not. And then we got Molly Z in the house. Molly Z said, "What's up, everybody? What's up, Molly Z? You are still at sea? You have internet at sea? That's awesome." I was watching Molly Z show, and he said Sloth House. Yes, skip that. But like Molly Z was actually at sea, on a cruise, believe it or not, and just the hype, the energy, it got me jealous. Like, Jose, like, with next trip, we gotta go. Like, yep, that's scary. Gotta go with you and Molly Z, because y'all be getting litty like a big fat.
As long as
All
it's
right.
not carnivals. I'm banned on carnivals.
Oh, well, good thing you're not going. He says, "Let's go." That's right. Let's go. All right. So wait, so you watched, and also, wait, speaking of your little Sloth House movie, you also was watching a some movies this weekend, right? What
Oh,
movies
we
were
could
you
talk about a
watching?
real horror movie.
Yeah.
We could talk about some real horror movies.
Okay. What do you
I
got?
like cheesy horror movies. Okay, they're my
Yes,
guilty
we
pleasure.
know you watch
Um,
all of Sharknado. Let's just be real.
it was a bit- recently, like this week alone, I think I've watched the original Nightmare on Elm Street, which is fantastic. We love that film, and then also I rewatched the original Child's Play. And then I seen a new movie. I know I can't ever watch new movies. I don't know. I'm bad about it. But I did watch a new movie last night.
Okay.
Have y'all seen The Pope Exorcist yet?
No, I have not seen it yet.
It's the
Believe it or
first
not.
off, it's the number one film on Netflix. And dude,
Mm.
I'm telling you, it is. I enjoyed the hell out of it because it was like the priest is cussing, and I'm like, yeah, that's like my priest, because I grew up Catholic,
Bro,
I'm
like these
used to a
possessions.
priest that drinks and cuss.
Right, but these put see, I'm not. See, I got some fun pastors, bishops, and apostles that we know. They're fun and they're like laid back and they're human just like we are, but they just do the Bible way. But they do have a little bit of wine. They just don't cuss and fuss a lot. Not in my eyes, that is. But if you got the ones that have a cigarette, cussing, fussing, you be having a cigarette with them, like a blunt with them, like, what's the whole point? Anyways, so you watched what I just watched last night, Pope's X. Okay, so Josh Evans. So is it? So I'm gonna ask you
Yeah,
a question, Josh. Is that movie on the same level as uh Evil Dead Rise?
I think it was better. I think it was better, in my
Really?
opinion.
It was better in your opinion? I just feel like all these demon possessed movies are like going to be killing it because it stretched the boundaries of wild and bonkers stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, they're a demon, they're possessed, so we could go do whatever. He said it was better. Wow. So okay, so I'm gonna watch it. Uh, and not only that, but we got The Exorcist coming out, and they're saying that some of the crazy stuff is. And then The Nun. I heard like The Nun got like some new cringy moments coming out, spots coming out for commercials, or some may not be good for commercials. And then The Exorcist, that's crazy. So I'm excited. I think this will
But
be like last year and the year before that, because we had the Halloween franchise come out. I feel like there's gonna be some great horror movies this year that's gonna be like I'm gonna be throwing my money to like all the platforms and all the movie theaters and all the horror conventions and all the haunted houses. Like, I'm gonna be broke before Christmas. Like, I need a job, or these sponsors need to, because this is the year. And let me tell you, Friday the 13th. It's October 13th, which is going to be our first one for the season, I believe. Let me tell you, people are going to go wild for that one too. So just get your money ready. Are you turning down my microphone, bro?
Here's what I'm. No, I'm not.
It's possessed,
Here's
or is it
I'm actually
moving
going
by
in and
itself?
out of muting. I'm going in and I mean I'm a little sniffly today. Ain't the best.
Well,
But here's what I'm looking for.
what?
HBO Max got a good amount of Chucky films and it's got a good amount of the Freddy films. I was looking for the Jason movie. I can't. Is there any streaming service with the Friday 13 series?
I don't think so, but there is a fan movie out there, which we're going to talk about soon, because they may be on a show. But all-time favorite horror movie collection is all of the Chucky movies. Yes, Raven. Yes, you are correct. I used to watch. It was Killer Clowns for Outer Space, and it was Child's Play. Those were the movies. And guess what? Speaking of Chucky, because we're going to be talking about Chucky all day long. Uh, Chucky. I didn't know Chucky, and please, if you guys agree or disagree, please in the comments share with us if you guys are watching live. But do you believe that Child's Play is an American horror comedy media franchise? Is this true? To me, when I was a kid, I deemed it as it was just straight horror, but people are saying it's funny, and maybe because he's a doll. I don't know, but let us know in the comments. What do you guys think? Because I just found out that that was a horror comedy, and I didn't know if that was just someone. Okay, so someone is saying absolutely.
What if it's
Randolph,
like
she's
a?
saying absolutely it is.
What if it's like the stigma that dolls have became scary? So that is what made everybody that what has what made it a scary movie. It was originally designed to be a comedy, but dolls are scary. So
Right. Someone also said, "Don't rely on digital streaming. Physical media for the win." Yes, yes. Physical media is for the win, but sometimes my schedule and during haunt season don't allow me to go to a movie theater, and so I try to do the premiere platforms. And I know like there's some contracts and stuff that are working out still because streaming platforms were like kind of pushed out, especially during COVID. And there's some back deals that aren't fair yet. That's why we got the strike, right? But I always want to
look,
go out. We want to get back to our normalcy. And let me tell you, when I went back out to the movie theaters, it was for Insidious, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being with people and screaming and hollering and jumping, and it was fun. It was fun. What were you gonna say?
I agree with doing more physical media, which is nice. But at the same time, Walmart got rid of the $5 bins. I can't dig through there anymore. Okay, so I won't get no more physical DVDs.
Stop. Listen, don't be hating on the Walmart, because let me tell you, uh if I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, so I have a big family. Movies tend to move hands, and I'm like, where's my collection? So I know someone probably, I don't get mad anymore. I just go to Walmart and put some $5 down and go and get my movies back.
You know, that is something I kind of miss. I
What?
remember growing up, my dad, he had a DVD collection.
Mhm.
You remember like the DVD collection the parents used to have? Like my dad, he would have like the video rental shop in our town. After the movie got out of date and nobody wanted to rent it, they would sell the DVDs. Like
Mhm.
any place would. Yeah, but they will put hellacious deal. They'll put 5 for 20, like buy 5 movies for $20. Man,
What?
my dad would buy so many movies, it was not even funny.
But
He
let
would
me get
have like those giant, like 60-gallon totes. He would have 2 or 3 of them filled with movies.
nice. See, and then like someone,
Ugh.
a good buddy of mine asked me recently. They said, are you going to collect DVDs with your horror collection? Because I'm starting my horror collection and doing something different, And I'm like, I don't know. Like, do I save it, or do I want to hold it? Like, I'm a guy who reads books still, and I love a physical book. And I feel like, and you guys let us know, do you guys still have I mean, most people do still have DVDs. Some people have Blu-rays still. I don't keep Blu-rays because but let me know if you guys still have DVDs or whatnot, because I am just curious if you guys have DVD collections. I'm thinking about doing a DVD collection, and there's going to be a reason why I'm talking about that, because it's in horror news in a minute. But anyways, let's move on for the show because we have a good
Ain't
show.
that
Go ahead.
interesting though?
What?
I was going to lay this out. The things we will use, which like I don't want to use this type of technology, but I want to use this like I don't mind streaming service. I prefer it now. I don't want a bunch of clutter. But when it comes like notes, these are my notes. And then like how I get people's information, they go in this book. Like I'm old school like that. But when it comes to DVDs, I'm like, fuck that shit. I'm just gonna stream it. I guess it's convenience, you know? Is that how we all are?
Right. All right, let's talk about this. I'm here with Patrick from Fantasy Realms. Check it out, guys.
Attention all collectors, get you some incredible airbrush art. Time-stamped of your favorite horror or memorable movie scene from airbrush artist and owner, Patrick Rasmussen.
I've been doing shows, Comic Cons, different horror cons for about 8 years.
Okay.
But I have been airbrushing for 37 years.
Patrick has donated prizes
Yes.
to give out on Yep, That's Scary on our live show, and we'll be giving away. He has autographed some of them.
Yes, I autographed all of them actually.
If you guys look at this section right here, we're gonna have that QR code so you guys can scan it right now and connect with Patrick.
Connect with Patrick and get your artwork from Fantasy Realms Art today.
Yes, get your artwork. You guys, we have artwork that we'll be giving away on the show. So if you're watching live, you have a chance to win Fantasy Realms artwork. Listen, this is my collection he gave me. Yeah. After I interviewed him, he blessed me with them. I'm putting them in frames. They're 12 by 18, great quality posters. They were airbrush prints that we have. We gave one already away, which was a cool Terrifier poster. Another one was given away today, and you guys might want to win this one because it's pretty cool. It's pretty badass. All right, what's up, man? What you doing? You good? I'm talking to you.
What?
You good?
Me? Yeah. Is your whole background about to be slowly turn into it? You got the
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't
you
know.
get-
We'll see. I'm
Are you excited
toying
for
with
the Dairy TV show?
Yes, I am excited for the Dairy TV show on Max, but like you know Killer Clowns and it's like one of my favorites, and so it was just crazy. Like I had my It shirt on, I was interviewing him, and he like gave me like 3 It posters: the original, the remake, and then Georgie, and it's going to be a cool collection. So, and I'm so excited because I'm really working on my room here, and I cannot wait for it to be finished so I can show you guys. It will be really cool. But on today's show, we are giving away the Chucky poster. So if you guys are watching live, remember you guys are going to have to hashtag Chucky in the comments to win this. Hashtag Chucky in the comments to win this. And that will be during the time when Garrett is going to be on the show. So you guys will be winning a 12 by 18 poster being sent to you, and it's autographed by Patrick. All right, let's get started with the current events. Yeah, shall we? Let's do it. Yeah, shall we? I mean, you're not going to say nothing? All right, whatever.
Yes, let's go.
Okay, so Russia's first mission to the moon in 5 decades has ended in failure as their lunar 2025 spacecraft crashed into the surface on approach of the moon. Did you hear this?
Why are they going to the moon? They're in the middle of a big war. Look, I'm not for Russia at all, but like out of all the ADHD things you can decide to do, somebody's like, listen, we're in war with Ukraine. It's getting bad. We can't afford any tanks for our military parades. You know what? We need to go to the moon and put base up there. I swear, very good job.
But then to go in there and crash into it, like, oops! I'm like, that's not just your moon. That's our moon.
Putin's like, I did declare war on moon.
Right. Next, a United Airline pilot must been feeling a whole lot of cabin pressure because he was caught on camera chopping down a parking gate with a freaking axe. Yes, 63-year-old Kenneth Jones went full lumberjack horror early this month at the exit of the employee parking lot in Denver International Airport, according to CBS News Colorado, whacking the thing nearly 24 times before it fell. Uh, not long after Jones was confronted by the airport employees, he was put. Excuse me. He put up a bit struggle over the axe before eventually giving up and going to jail. What do you think about this, bro? There's always crazy stuff happening in the
Just
world.
like just like all industries right now, nobody's going to work, and let alone a industry where it takes some education, because you have to go to pilot school, and then you have to
Right.
have X amount of hours to even fly a big airline plane. So he's probably overworked and stressed out. And then when you're overworked and stressed out, you have at-home issues, and the at-home issues are eating him up. We have to understand everybody's people, everybody's humans. You got to learn to say no to your job when you're
Right.
able to, and step back.
Right. I
So
mean,
I
just
feel bad
because
for
you
the man.
say,
The
"Hey, we
man
need you,"
is going through something.
and you know what? And let me tell you, it's summertime. It's going to fall, and every look, I have pilot friends, and they work, and I have stewardess, and they work so
Hmm.
hard. So,
Hmm.
someone was bound to crack under pressure. But let me
And,
tell you, he had an axe, and it gave me so much horror slasher vibes. I was like, yes. And good thing he did not use it on no one. He used it just on the gate. Thank God. But I was like, dude, take it out.
you,
You
he's
just need to
tired of
go to
that
a
gate.
gym. Yeah, you probably need to go to a gym and just let off some steam.
Hmm.
All right, so let me talk about this. So happy Texas Chainsaw Massacre Day, Friday, August 18th. 50 years ago today, tragedy befell on a group of 5 youth. The event of that day were to lead to discover one of the most bizarre crimes in American history. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre is now streaming on Screenbox and other platforms, but Screenbox wanted to say that. But what was crazy about it was Friday, a lot of people went bonkers, and internet went in. We had the release of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game by Gun Interactive, and yes, they're going to be on Yep, That's Scary to talk about it, which I'm so excited to have them there. But that happened, and like all the gamers went in. They went in. They love the family. They love the characters. They love the game. They love the packs. So one of my best buddies called me. Was like, "Look at the pack. You can skin a chainsaw, and you could get the slasher pack. Like you could get like the kills." And it was gruesome, and it was great, and it was lovely. And some of the female stuff was crazy. And like these are the same guys that did the Friday the 13th. And I mean, there's sex scenes in that game. Also, the Chainsaw Massacre, the game with Trick or Treat Studios hit, and it was just everything. Everything was Texas
Wait.
Chainsaw Friday.
There's sex scenes. There's sex scenes in a video game.
Yes, in the video game, and we have the sex scenes. Oh, Yep, That's Scary. I just did not play them yet because I was waiting for Gunn to be on the show. But we have.
Okay,
we
why?
have the video.
Why is there sex scenes? Like, what is it? Press X to think about baseball, so you think it doesn't go too quick. Hey, do math. Hey, do math. 8 times.
Wait, hey,
eight.
do math.
What is it?
Don't go too fast. Don't.
16 plus 16 is too
good. Well, think of grandma. Think of grandma. Think of grandma. You're wrong.
Remember, guys.
No.
Remember,
stop,
guys.
Stop.
Do math. It helps. Count by 8s, then
No.
9s, then you go down to 7.
I know you. Next, out of your mouth was something nasty. We got a good guest on the show.
Then
Who's
you do
host?
Bible verses. So what?
Stop.
Dick?
Moving on. Trick or Treat Studio special report. Last chance for all Chucky, Universal Monsters, Halloween 2, Halloween 3, and more. We are saying goodbye to many popular properties in the new year. This means products are on the last run and will not be available in 2024. Inventory is already very limited on these popular items. If there is a must have on your list, order now before they head to the crypt. The Chucky franchise, Halloween 2, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, Universal Studios Classic Monsters, The Black Phone, the Purge franchise, They Live, Dead Silence, Freaky, The Munsters, Nope, Us, An American Wolf in London, Jaws, Peter Jackson's King Kong. Shop the Last Chance section on Trick or Treat Studios homepage and get those things. Yes, and the reason why I'm throwing that out there is because Trick or Treat Studios is one of the popular collectors site, and they have great IPs in their products, and they're getting rid of stuff. And as you see, Chucky is on there. So I'm like, I gotta ask Garrett, what the heck is going on? So, anyways, and that is our current news report. You like it? It was current.
Oh, it was quite entertaining. I missed the last half of it, you know.
Why?
But
you were just on the show. What, you like muted me?
No, my Wi-Fi.
Oh,
I'm over here.
all right.
This Wi-Fi issue is getting outrageous. Like, we put the Wi-Fi booster up, we hooked it up, and it's just like not registering. I don't know. I'm about to chuck this thing out the window, or let it be someone else's problem on Facebook Marketplace.
Look, I am crossing fingers and praying that there's no interruptions tech wise on the show, because it's going to be a good one. I know, and we've come a long way.
Yeah,
we did.
I just gotta drop the money and go get a nice one.
Horror news in a minute. All right, guys. Get ready to meet Winston Goose in the Toxic Avenger remake, played by Peter Dinklage. The Macon Blair's contemporary reimagining of the Toxic Avenger will have its world premiere at the Fantastic Fest in Austin, Texas, September 21st to 28th. Tickets is fantasticfest.com. Stay tuned for more information. All right. Next, here we go. It's officially announced this morning. Chucky Season 3 will premiere in October 4th, 2023. Haunt season, baby. The new season will air on both USA and Sci-Fi and Peacock. With episodes available the next day on Peacock's streaming service. I read that wrong. You can watch it officially in the announced video today on Yep, That's Scary. That's great, and I can't wait. Congratulations to Chucky Season 3. Gerard, I may need you to do the slides for me because I can't go back and forth on that. Well, Umbrella Entertainment now offers collectors to pick up the limited Talk to Me edition. This one comes with the hand from the film and a marker. This allows you and your friends to play out the possessions from the film, write your name, and let it in. Oh my God. The film comes in a beautiful steel box edition too, on top of coming with the hand and a marker to write your name and the name of your cursed friend. The collection also comes with a rat postcard, excuse me. Thank you. Beep, beep. It's time to float again. Yes, escape it. Chapter 2 is now open. Prepare for another ultimate scare. Pennywise fans, Warner Brothers Discovery, Global Themed Entertainment, and Egan Escape Production have joined forces to bring fans a second installment of a highly successful escape room experience, Escape It, which opens in early 2023. This time, the experience is inspired by the New Line Cinema It Chapter 2, the terrifying sequel of the highest grossing horror film of all times. I think they say that all the time, but yes, I think that year or that time. Tickets price varies with general admission starting at $54.99 and VIP private game ticket at $74.99. For more information, please visit Escape It and get ready to talk shop of a good guy doll with Garrett Zima on today's show. And that is horror news in a minute. Let's go.
Only in Las Vegas. Experience the world of It. Two massive escape experiences. Progress through more than 30 rooms across 2 attractions. Based on the hit films. Find the missing children. Escape the clutches of Pennywise. Explore real props from the movies. Play games in the Dairy Canal Days Midway. And browse through custom merchandise after your experience. Reservations required. For more information, visit escapeit.com.
It's time for Fear Expo Live. Fear Expo Live is newest and greatest industry trade show haunted live expo. My script just left me. Oh, shoot. Fear Expo Live is the newest industry trade show premiering April 12th for the 14th, 2024 in Owensboro, Kentucky Fairgrounds. Fear Expo Live is industry leading trade show that guarantees to bring your products earlier in time and ahead of schedule. For more information, visit fearexpolive.com. That is fearexpolive.com. My script disappeared. I don't have the script for this one either right now. You want to be a member of a new horror family coming together? Well, join Yep That's Scary Patreon. Dish out brand new news and what's up in the haunt industry. Get invited to exclusive events. Talk to the cast and other happening in the industry. That is Yep That's Scary /Patreon or patreon.com/Yep That's Scary. This is off the top of the brain. Yep, that's scary. What the fuck?
Wow.
You know what? That was not the worst ad.
That was not the worst. And I don't know where your script is, so get your script. But like that wasn't the worst at all. Jay, like
no.
you did good. I couldn't do that. I'm like, let me get the script. Wow. No.
Can't believe it.
I can't believe it either. Wow, jeez. That's crazy. Look, you guys. So if you guys don't know, technology sucks over here sometimes. Like if there's a storm, things happen, right? And so I don't know where is his script at, but like he did that literally off the cuff, off of just brain memorization and just remembering what he said time after time. And he did a good job. So yeah, good job. What's up? Hot Seed is in the house. It's good to have you guys. What's up? Love the guy. Hey, I have my
Please get the soundboard back. Don't be doing no more soundboards yourself.
I know it's bad. All right, let's start this up. All right, you ready? Take it away.
Yeah, let's get her done. It's that time for
Take it or skip it, stream it or miss it.
Hello. You're losing me.
Gerard, we can hear you.
I don't even know if I'm on the camera right now.
Gerard, we can hear you.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we're having technical issues on my end.
Just go.
Well, if you guys hear or see me, I can't see nothing.
Let's go.
Okay, my face is now popped up.
Go.
Can y'all hear me?
Go.
Can't hear nothing.
Okay, so while he's sitting there, I don't know what he's doing. So, Take It or Skip It is where we actually watch trailers of new movies that's coming out, and we get to say take it or skip it. If you guys watch this movie, please in the chat room let us know. Would you skip it or would you ticket this movie and see it in movie theaters? Also, there is stream it and miss it as well. All right, you guys ready? The first one is called what is it? What is it, Gerard? Let's see. We have all fun and games. Yeah. Do you have that line? Can you hear me? No. Can you hear me? No. All right. So here is all fun and games.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, can y'all hear me? Hopefully y'all can hear me because I'm gonna read the script now. Now I got
Who is it?
everybody back.
Nothing.
What do you do when a demon wants to play Duck Duck Goose?
my gosh.
Well, you go turn into a game of hide and seek. When a group of teenagers are in charge of a child, someone always finds the demon
They didn't
knife
teach us
and
all
starts a
history.
murder streak. So let's see what
Some
happens.
stories got lost along the way. Maybe if they had taught us everything that happened, my brother would have left that knife where he found it.
I will play. I won't quit.
You know what I think we should do right now? Go to the party. Come on, let's go.
If you play with me, then I'll let you go to your party and I won't call Mom.
Okay, Joe. What game do you want to play?
I'm not playing Duck Duck Goose.
Just humor him.
We'll all say, I will play. I won't quit.
Tell me, demon. Am I it?
Morgus? What did you do?
Let's play.
Marcus.
Are you ready to play hide and seek?
Marcus, why do you have that knife?
5,
Why are you doing this?
4, 3, 2. Go.
What is going on? It's not him. It's the knife.
Found you.
Hey, buddy, you're just messing with us, right?
How about some hangman?
It only ends when it wins. What if we win?
Only one way to find out. I will play. I won't quit.
I will play.
Morgan!
I won't quit.
I will play. I won't quit.
Let's play a new game.
Wow, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
That's coming out September 1st. You know, every time you try to play Duck Duck Goose with a small child, someone finds a demon knife.
This is a ticket for me. I actually liked it. I enjoy it. I don't know. For me, I have a obsession with seeing kids in horror movies and see how it plays out. You know what I mean? Like Sixth Sense is my favorite one. Like any like Children of the Corn. I don't know. This is a ticket for me. Is it a ticket for you?
No, I think this is going to be skipping for me.
It's gonna be a skip for you. Why?
Oh yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't. Doesn't do it for me. I mean, I don't like kids anyways.
You don't like. We know you don't like kids. All right, but you have nieces and nephews.
Yeah. Elevator Game coming out September 15th on Shudder. You ever get in an elevator with a group of 10 to 15 psych ward patients and they start jumping? Well, I have. Those elevator games I'm used to. But this film, instead of schizophrenic patients and a ghost, it's ghosts or demons. Or your mother-in-law. I don't know. But something scary. Anyways, stop being that lazy and take that lazy piece of shit and take the stairs, you big ass. All right? But my big ass will be seen that that demon's double cheeked up and clapping, all right? I'm taking the elevator. Now let's take a look at elevator games.
I told you I was gonna do this.
I read a story online about a girl who went missing playing the elevator game.
That's the one where you ride an elevator to summon some spirit?
The 5th floor woman.
But if you don't do the game right.
Okay, let's get a move on.
And action.
Welcome. Today we'll be tackling an internet legend called the elevator game.
Here's how you play.
Let's do this.
Go to each floor in the following order. 4, 2, 6, 2, 10.
Anybody there?
5, and 1. When you reach the 5th floor, keep your eyes closed and your mouth shut.
What happens if we do look? The entire game is real.
When we played the game, we broke a rule. Open the door, now she's out to get us.
We need to go to the police.
You can't call the cops on a ghost, Chloe. We didn't finish the game.
We have to play again.
That's how we close the door.
Wow. Thank you, Shutter. What are your thoughts on that one? You guys, let us know what you think. Is it a ticket? Is it a stream it or miss it? Because it's on Shutter, so they're gonna be streaming it. So is it a stream it or miss it? I see Raven saying ticket.
I think this might be a stream it. I think
Brandon
this might be a
says
stream it
skip.
for me.
Really? Why is that?
I don't know. I work like the script I wrote was literally from real life experience working in the elevators with the patients, and they always try to do stupid stuff like that. So I think it'll be a good time for me, just remembering this crazy stuff I deal with in an elevator. So I don't know. That's the reason I picked it. I thought it'd be a good little joke.
Yeah. Molly
What about you,
said,
Boy?
I don't know. I'm on the fence. To me, listen, as one of the producers of Elevator with Blumhouse, this was giving me all of that. Those it just brought me back to developing the show with them and Matador Production. So yeah, it's a stream it for me too. It's a stream it for me. And by the way, Hansi says every show needs a bearded ginger.
Hey.
Every show, yes, Hansi, yes, but this one is too much to handle sometimes. All right,
That's what they all say. Zombie Town coming out September 1st. From the writer of the Goosebumps comes another story filled with family fun and horror goods for the whole family. 8 and up. I enjoyed Goosebumps as a kid. This film definitely screams Goosey, except no Jack Black. Sit back, grab your bucket of worms, and let's check out Zombie Town.
Carver has his first new zombie movie coming out in over 30 years. No one knows anything about it, except it'll premiere here, exclusively in Carverville, Halloween night.
Is the projector ready?
Do you need anything else?
No. Start the movie. What is this?
You just roll the film and it turns the actors into the living dead. It's the power to suck the souls out of everyone in its vicinity.
We can stop them from spreading.
Mesmerian had all the knowledge. If he were here, he'd know what to do.
Your films must be burned. You have to destroy them all.
Go to the theater. Stop the projector. That's the last film.
No frickin' way. Run!
I just got my driver's license. I can drive.
Gotta get away from it! It's in the same damn car as us! Stop!
Take it low. Strong like rocks.
It's Andy! Grab something and hit him on the head!
I won't do it!
We're in really big trouble! I'll never watch another zombie movie again! Hurry up!
What?
Take it low. Strong like rocks. Warrior strong like rocks.
Ha! Suckers!
Oh, God. Can you drive?
Have you seen my kid? Dean, should have been home an hour ago. Your mom's gonna be very upset with you.
I love your costume. Which, right?
Oh, it's not a costume. I was sweeping the floor. Okay, fine. 1 month detention.
Mrs. Boneyard, please.
Let us
was
know. Let us
zombies,
know in
yeah.
all the comments. Let us know in the comments right now. Is it a ticket or skip it? Is it a ticket or skip it, people? Is it a ticket or skip it? Yo, that first of
Willie,
all, I don't, what?
I know it's a ticket for you. I saw your reaction. I know this is
Bro,
a ticket for you.
First of all, the soundtrack, yes. Horror comedy, love them. My favorite actors, yes. And R.L. Stein. I read all his books. Come on now. Come on. I'm ready for it. I'm ready. I'm buying my ticket right now at AMC. Like I have
You know
to.
what's funny is while I was watching this trailer, wasn't very impressed. I didn't care for it because it was another kiddies horror film until I saw R. Stein on it. Would you go watch a children's horror movie if it wasn't for him?
Yes,
No.
if it takes me back to my heyday, yes. Anyways, Molly Z says it looks awesome and it's a ticket. Brandon says it's a ticket. Raven says it's a ticket. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. We're gonna watch it together. How about that? Where y'all at? Because it gives me life. It gives me everything. And you know what? We need more laughter in our world today. You know what I mean? That's just what it is.
Oh, you don't find my jokes funny?
No, not at all.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Yeah, that's right. I'm back. And I'll see you suckers at Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights next year.
An all-new haunted house, inspired by the hit USA sci-fi series Chucky, is coming in 2023 to Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Orlando Resort and Universal Studios Hollywood.
I can't wait to play.
And catch new episodes of Chucky Wednesdays at 9 on USA and Sci-Fi.
Okay, so we listen. We got the man of the hour in the studio. Whoa! See, I miss the soundtrack. I miss our soundtrack thing. I had applause. I had farts, you guys. I had ding ding dings. I really do miss it. Like I'm a soundtrack person. You know, call me cheesy, but I like it. Okay. But anyways, we got the man of the hour in the studio. He looking fly as ever. Guns out. Let's go. Let's go, Garrett. Woohoo! Anyways, I'm excited to have my friend here. And I'm going to just read a little bit about him. Owner of Haunted Voyage in Wisconsin, prop builder and toy designer for Trick or Treat Studios. From actor, set builder to owner, Garrett Zima has been involved in the haunted attraction industry since he was 12 years old and continues at Camp Tapawingo, bringing to life a abandoned camp with a killer raccoon theme. And he is in the building today. You guys, check out. Here is Garrett Zima. Come on in, Garrett. Let's go. Can you hit my doorbell, Gerard? Because I don't
have the doorbells.
I got it. What's up, my man?
Whoa.
Yo. Oh my God. First of all, this is a new look. I'm not used to this look. You are tatted, guns out, dude. Like you looking fly, long hair. Like I'm not used to this. What's going on, man? How are you?
Good. How are you?
I am so good. And yes, you are from Wisconsin. We can hear it. We can hear it. We can hear it today. Yo, you guys, welcome, Garrett. Garrett, tell everyone who is new watching and everyone that's new to you, your background, and just elaborate on who you are as a toy builder.
Oh, so yeah, I started in the Halloween business of haunted houses and got good at designing toys and stuff like that and Halloween props, and then it just turned into the Chucky stuff and working with Trick or Treat and stuff to build whatever they have that's Chucky license related. So. But that's pretty much it in a nutshell.
Yes, and you know what? Let me just say this. Can you guys hear me still?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Let me just say this. You know, I've known Garrett Zima for so long in the haunted house industry. We've been friends for like years, and we're just great collaborators in the industry. And just, you know, I've watched from afar, and I just want to say I'm so proud of you and all that you've done, even when you took the leap to have your own haunted attraction. And I just want to say it's a privilege to know you and to watch you from afar doing great things in our industry and in the horror industry. And so I just want to say that, number one. And so let me can I add this in? Okay, hey, see, that's the girl I remember.
Yeah, the pompadour and the short hair. I started growing this is about a year's length. And I'm still trying to figure out how to take care of a mullet.
Wait, you got a mullet?
It's pretty much mullet, except the top needs to be cut down a little bit. I gotta go to my hairdresser and get that fixed. But yeah, it started in June of last year, and I don't know, just a different look. I was sick of the same look I had for 8 years. So,
bro, I just didn't realize how much tats you got. Like, dude, and they look pretty sick. Like, I gotta blow you up for a second. Just look at it. Do you have any like horror icons on there? Like, what you got? Bam! Look at that.
I have Chucky, the good guy doll, Jaws.
Nice.
And
I love the Jaws.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool.
I see you got a chainsaw with a Scream.
I just sort of did I just wanted like a crude looking chainsaw and then Scream. And then this is the first Halloween mask I owned as a kid, which was actually made by the same company that did Scream. So I did, had to get that, and Jason, and now I'm getting some other stuff on this arm. I used to work as a photographer. And so this was like, you know, time. And but I still take photography, but I don't do it as a business anymore. I'm sick of the bridezillas.
I hear that.
Okay,
that's so dope. That's so dope. Go ahead, George.
What's your dumbest tattoo? You got a lot of tattoos. What's your dumbest one?
The dumbest one, and I won't show you because it's in a certain spot. But
hold on, we get exclusives today.
It's really dumb because I was like 18 years old, and I'm like, I want a gay tattoo, because that's
like we all do.
Let's do a gay tattoo. And so it was a smiley face winking with a rainbow going over it. But the gal, when she drew it out, I was laying on my back. So when she tatted it and I got up, the rainbow went, eh. It was not. The gal that did it, you know, it was like getting it done for $20. So I got what I needed.
Oh, man.
Look. If you don't have a gay tattoo on you, there's something wrong with you. Okay.
I got covered with a rose by the same person. I had her cover up her own work, and then it was even a shittier rose.
Oh,
listen. I you know what? This is what I learned about, because I have no tattoos, right? So I learned that people who have tattoos do have a mistake or a bad decision, either a drunken night or whatever.
Every tattoo I've gotten, I've sort of like, because it's your body, and you're like, was that right? Or I don't like this, or you know, but everyone else loves it, you know, but you're like the biggest critique.
Right, because there's you know.
But there's a story behind the stupid tattoos. Like, I actually have a sperm tattooed on my foot.
Oh,
yeah, he does.
Okay.
Yeah. It really is.
I looked down, I was like, what is that, male? he was like, no, that's a sperm tattoo. I was like, oh
my
well,
God, it's funny.
you gained weight, buddy.
But it's just fun. It's just fun to do stupid tattoos. I love stupid tattoos. So I'm glad you have something dumb.
Right.
Oh yeah, they're never like, I learned later on, like, go to a good artist and pay up, because that's going to be your best bet. And I've been going through this guy named Jonah for the last couple years, and he's just the guy to go to. He did my bat. I got a bat right here.
That's pretty cool.
And it was and did a couple of my hand one.
Nice. Any parts that hurt while you were in the process of
the elbow? I got this raccoon on my elbow.
You got the raccoon.
That nose, it was like, God damn, because like the needle is just bouncing your bone, pretty much. The tummy hurts too, because there's really not a lot. It's just too much like bounciness, and I used to tan a lot, and it thickens your skin up. So then when you're getting tat on your tummy, it's like really the needle doesn't want to go in, so the tattoo artist has to. It's just bad.
So first of all, I love the first mask you ever purchased. I always wanted a tattoo, right? And I was like, I don't know what should I get? And so I never rushed into it, even drunken nights with friends. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do that, because I really want something meaningful, like Gerard said, either some story or some meaning to it. And so I figured out which one that I'm gonna get. When I get one, it's just gonna be something small. Like I have none whatsoever, but I'm gonna get one right here, and it's gonna be a jack-o'-lantern like face, a cool face.
Go.
Right.
A jack-o'-lantern bracelet.
Oh, see, I like that.
This one's meant to look like a penis, but I told the gal that. I says, make it look kind of like a wiener, and she's like, okay.
All right.
Then I got a Scully bracelet on this side.
That's cool too. I like that. That's really cool. Yeah, I like your mask idea, because I know my first mask, and it was a Zach.
There's like a mix of like where this arm it doesn't have a lot of ugly stuff on it in a sense. The chest, I wanted it to look more symmetrical and pretty, so that was kind of go with that. But on the arms, I just kind of let whatever go.
Well, it looks good, and whoever's your guy, just let them know that they're doing a good job, because I know that's going to take a lot of time and money. But you got the funds for it, doing really good for yourself.
In the wintertime, I get tats, because in the summer it sucks, because you're out in the elements and all that. So usually in the wintertime, I'll get like 1 or 2 tattoos or something like that.
Right. And we hear someone saying Garrett is one of the best bosses ever. So we got some of your people in the house today. And I'm so excited, because I cannot wait to talk about your boss skills and your businesses. But first, I want to talk about your relationship with Trick or Treat Studios. How did that come about, and how did you start creating Chucky?
I'm trying to remember correctly the order of things, but I don't know if it was the Cult of Chucky movie that came first, and then it was Trick or Treat, or vice versa. So I was making a lot of stuff on my Instagram and Facebook, and it turned into where the right person just saw my work, and we were able to get in touch with them, and we ended up making a deal, I think back in 2017 or something like that. And it's been going great. We've come up with a bunch of different products, but it's been very interesting, like working with factories, and I've learned a lot about how to get the factory to understand what you need, because that can be really difficult. They usually have a complete breakdown of the doll, so you have to have the painted head, then a blank, and then like the eyes, and the hair. It's all, you got to have like a complete piece made, and then a breakdown of how you put that piece together for them to understand. Because in a sense, they can like rip off anything. They can make, fake purses that you see in Chinatown, all that. They can do anything. So it's easy for them to take something and get it close. It's never perfect. I make like custom dolls, like handmade ones, and I still get a lot of clients that want that particular look. But I was kind of getting to a point where I was getting so many orders that I wanted to have a way that everyone can just have one instead of being hit up, because it just costs too much to make them manually. It's very expensive, and you need all the equipment and the molds and stuff. And here in the factory, they can make, tens of thousands of pieces at a very competitive price. And then they can get into retail, because usually retail, they got to have it a certain price point to sell in a store. And that's why we came up with the plush Good Guy doll, which is our budget-friendly Good Guy doll. And that'll allow us to get into more Halloween stores and stuff like that. So you'll probably see some of that in stores this year, over our original one that was like 500 retail, which is really expensive, and not a lot of retailers want to get involved in that. So we did a lot more private sales or direct to website sales with people.
Mm-hmm. Is that some ones you're working on right now behind you?
So yeah, this is
Wait, Garrett, are you in your studio right now? Is this your studio?
Yeah, so this is my workshop. It's actually in my house. So 2 years ago, I bought a home and fixed it up and moved, because I was renting from I had a studio, and I was renting like the second story of this warehouse. And every year the rent would kind of just go up, and I was getting they were very nice people, but they were just wanting more and more, and I didn't want to do that. So when I bought this house, this room got done, and it's actually really nice. I have, like, in front of me, I have a lot of shelving and drawers, so I actually didn't need as much space in that warehouse as I thought. If I just had everything organized, it would make it a lot easier. But this is like one of the bodies. It's made of flexible polyfoam, so it's the type of foam you see in like car seats. And then the hands are resin, and it still has to be clear coated and all that. Right now it's set in acrylic paint. I found a really great way to airbrush with not cheap paints, but paints that are just more accessible. Hobby Lobby makes these this particular acrylic, which is sold by Rust-Oleum. If I'm getting that right. And it's just great. You can mix it with rubbing alcohol, and someone was asking me, could you use it for makeup? And I'm like, I don't know.
Right.
Well,
because
it's on my hands with the rubbing alcohol, it's hard to get off. So
gotcha. Oh wow. So when you started making these dolls, were you a Chucky fan? Was this something that was a passion project?
I was a Freddy fan. I was like making Freddy gloves a lot, and I was making it out of my dad's garage and doing pretty well, selling a lot of Freddy gloves. And then I met a guy at an art gallery that his name was Steve Bowles, and he approached me about stuff that he did when he was younger. He worked for a company called Image Engineering, and they made all this stuff for the different films. They worked on Nightmare on Elm Street films and Chucky and all that. And so he had stuff from the film, and he, a lot of things he gave me, and it kind of inspired, like, let's try to make a doll. Because at that point, there wasn't really a legit looking Good Guy doll. There was some pretty close looks to it, but I wanted to create something that looked really accurate, and pretty much, not to take all the credit, but I pretty much created a marketplace that wasn't really mined yet. No one had really created a good looking doll. And when I put together the Good Guy, and we did like a Kickstarter with Trick or Treat, we had to kind of prove a concept. And I think it sold like $1.5 or $2 million in Kickstarter. I can't remember exactly the number. I could be wrong, but it was high. And and so then they're like, yeah, it's worth doing. Because in the factory system, it's very expensive to make things like just to make, I think the head mold in the factory was like $25,000 or all these upfront costs. And then Universal wants a certain guarantee so you have to do all these things that get really, really expensive, but it's worth the gamble if it works out. So it definitely worked out for trick or treat. So, and it worked out
Right.
for me. I always joke with people. I says, Chucky bought my house and my car.
Let's go, and we are not mad at it. Okay, I wish it does something for me. It do something. I love yes. No, like I know that's really cool. And so during this, you learned you were saying that you're not only learning how to build props and being discovered with Trick or Treat Studios, but also you learned the business side of it as well. Can you share a little bit about that? Because you talked about Trick or Treat Studios doing a campaign to see if there was a need for
I think I again, it's like a little. I'm trying to remember it. My memory is very hazy. My memory could be hazy from last week. So,
what can I ask why?
But it was just like I think they just wanted to see what it would do because I don't think they ever did a Kickstarter before. They were known to make pretty good Michael Myers masks. They found out that the license from Halloween 2 was owned by Universal, and that was like again like some untapped area where no one knew that if you had the Halloween 2 license, you could make a Michael Myers mask. And so they were pretty successful like that. I think that's what kind of jump started that company for them. And the Chucky doll, I mean, really took them to the next level because I think they even kind of shortly after all that, they bought a new warehouse. And so the Chucky franchise took them pretty far and took me pretty far because who knows where I'd be without that. I'll tell you right now. I don't know. I'd probably still be at Planet Fitness signing up memberships. I don't know.
But that's so beautiful for you to realize that, hey, there's a need and to be in that, hey, look, and this is what people have to understand when someone says, oh, you're lucky. No, you're not lucky. What you did is you worked really hard in building a craft for yourself and making these props, especially. And then not only that, but talking to like people in the industry, right?
Talking to people in the industry, and they don't understand the risk that comes with starting a business or owning a business.
Right. And then when the opportunity comes in, you step through it. You weren't scared to go through the door and say, hey, what is this like? Like
right. When I started Haunted Voyage, I hadn't had the deal yet with Universal. I just I was still working. I was working at a factory making Dawn dish soap, I think. Or something. And
what's the recipe?
Wisconsin. Let's go, buddy.
I can't tell you. I signed an NDA. No, I'm kidding. But I was making some type of chemical, and I was sketching out on my notepads like what's a name that's sort of more rememberable, what's short and sweet, that would, what's domains available. And I kind of regret the Haunted Voyage name a little bit. I wish I had picked out something a little more clever, but it people remember it very easily. And so that's what I stuck with. And I was like, I kind of, at the time, I didn't have a whole lot of money, so I had to sell off a lot of things that I owned. At the time, I was collecting a lot of movie memorabilia, and I pretty much sold a good chunk of it. And I think I started Haunted Voyage out with $25,000. I didn't want to take a loan. I wanted to just try to do it. And I made a deal with the people that own the property, and it turned into something pretty good. I think the last couple of years, like, it would do fine, but this past year it did really well. I think a lot of haunts did really well this year, with maybe people just kind of getting over the COVID situation and wanting to come out. I did change marketing tactics because I hired a company called Fearworm last year or 2 years ago, and it just wasn't as great as I thought it was going to be. And so I did some research and decided to do some stuff myself, and it worked out really well. All my Facebook ads got a great amount of reach, and there was nights where we didn't even know what to do with the amount of customers we had. I never had that problem in my life where you're like, there's people, like, we have a huge lodge where people can wade in, and it's nice because if it's cold, it's warm in there. And we had people, we couldn't even have everyone in that lodge, with people out the door all the way out to the parking lot. And it was one of those crazy things where you kind of like, I think we did it. I think we finally made it as like, you know, a staple haunt. And so I'm hoping that happens again this year. We'll see how that goes.
It will.
And it's about a raccoon.
Yeah.
Well, explain to everyone that's new and don't know you, what is Haunted Voyage?
So Haunted Voyage, so I actually grew up in that area, a street down. It's a summer camp that I went to as a kid, and then I was a counselor when I was like 16 there.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the last several years, I never really was out there again. They did do a haunted camp when I was a kid. So when I was like 10 or 12 or something like that, I was volunteering there, and whoever was running it just stopped running it. You know, nowadays things are such liabilities to run. I think it was just a big liability problem to them, and no one wanted to take the risk. So that stopped. And then years later, I had kind of had partnerships with other haunts or worked for other haunts, and I kind of wanted just to do it myself. And I'm kind of the guy where I can figure out how to get the money, and I know how to build things, and I know electrical and all that. So you kind of have to be a jack of all trades. And I think in the past I had partners that were sort of, they only had certain skills, and I was like the horoscope of all the skills or something like that. So so far with the Haunted Voyage, it's been just going really well, and it's been a big learning curve. You know, looking back at my first year back in 2016, I would say it was very piss poor of a haunt compared to how it is now. Having more time, I think, the first year I did Haunted Voyage, I still had a full-time job, so I had to create. I think I did the deal 3 months before October with this property, so then I had to create these lean-to sheds and all these different things in 3 months. So start something from nothing.
Right.
So it wasn't a great show the first year, but as we went, we got a lot better.
Right, and it's growing. And I remember when you first launched it, it was like, hey, like you went for it, like I said before, and it probably wasn't the best start, but you started it, and you could tell that over time it's grown and it's looking better and better. It's cleaner and cleaner. Like your marketing is looking nice, your website is looking nice. I thought that. Do you have a commercial? Because I was like trying to find that.
No, I want to so badly, but because I do videography and stuff like that. I used to work as a photographer, and I always had this idea of, with these killer raccoons, like it's sort of like a Critters movie or a Gremlins movie, and create a trailer that almost seems like you're watching a movie, and that would gain the interest of the audience, whoever's watching. And then it turns out it's a haunted house and it's near you, and you can experience the movie in real life. And that's how I wanted, our raccoon mascot's been the same for the last couple of years. And this year we're going a little more ham on it. We're building some more puppets. Right now I'm just kind of finishing up some of the Chucky orders I have. And once those are completed, it's game time on those particular projects. But this spring we put a lot of time into creating more mazes and stuff like that. So now all that stuff just needs to be set decorated. And I have my lovely crew, my friend Miranda. She's like very good at decorating.
Is this Miranda that's blowing us up? Go ahead, Miranda. Go ahead. I love it. I love it.
I have my friend Devin. He's been a part of Haunted Voyage. Not the first year, but the second year he got involved. So I think it's been like 6 years he's been with me, and he's really good with he's really good at taking junk, so because we're still on a budget, and making it look really good on a set. And that's what I like about him. And then I have my friend Amy, longtime friend Amy. I've known her since I think I was 16, and me and her worked at this haunt at this mural factory, and and when I started this, she wanted to help me out, and so she was there since the first year, and she's now my acting manager. Nice. And we have a great crew. It's just people that want to have a great time and actually do something really good. We put a lot of work into the sets, and the acting is really good in it, and the lighting. I've gotten very good at lighting over the years, and it looks legit, and that's how it should be.
I can't wait to see it. I want to get up there and see it. I know you're way up there. For me,
I always tell people it's not worth driving so many hours, because it is like a regular. I mean, it's a decent sized haunt, but to travel too far is a lot. But I will do a video.
How many square footage are you looking at for your
I have
haunt?
no idea, actually. It's so the property is 67 acres, but we only utilize probably like 4 acres. But we've gotten better at tightening things up, where we used to have it where it was this big horseshoe trail, and the problem with that is you have your actors on each part of the trail, and you only get one scare, because that's it. Once they walk past the trail, there's no weird little area where they can loop around and get them twice or 3 times. And so I've gotten a little more clever with these little pole buildings and having things a little more close together, but not the customer not realizing that they're near other things. So that way we can have actors doing multiple scares instead of just getting that one scare. And then throughout the haunt, you know how it is with actors. You don't always get, you can have like a night where you get plenty of actors, and you'll have one night where you get 10 actors.
Tell me about it. You like, what happened? Especially during Halloween. So this is a haunted trail. This is a haunted trail, pretty much.
Majority of it is a haunted trail, but we do have these pole buildings that we put up, and as these little shacks along the way. We have these replicas of the cabins, because there's actually real cabins on the site that they actually use for summer camps. And so while you're waiting in line, you see the real cabins there. And then when you go through, we've replicated most of them perfectly to how the real ones are. It's just a lean-to shed with a facade of a cabin. And so people really think they're like in an abandoned area, because that's one thing I always loved as a kid, is seeing abandoned places. You can go through them, and you're trying to like recreate that feel that they're in a place where they probably shouldn't be, and it helps with the tension and all that. So.
And so, I mean,
go
ahead, Gerard.
Something you said with the whole horseshoe. I think everybody and their mama the first year doing an outdoor trail does a horseshoe. I did a horseshoe. Basically, everybody does it, and you gotta. And maybe it's the box, or maybe it's when you're building an outdoor attraction. Like, let's make this simple and let's build the sets badassery. But if you take that scene and you're going left, right, down, send them back towards the queue line, back up, it disorientates the guests. It does such a big effect. So I applaud you for changing that up. That's badass. But here's my thing. Why the raccoon? I'm still trying to wrap around. Like, why is the raccoon
the
attacking?
critters? He wanted it.
Raccoon shirt.
That's cool.
Maybe my internet bogged out when you said that, but I was trying to figure it out.
I just like I was trying to figure out a mascot or something that would put us like like Bucky and all that, where you have a certain thing that people would remember. Because in my area, there's a lot of haunts that are just they're haunted houses, but they really don't have like any sort of mascot or anything that's weird. And I think raccoons are weird, so it's kind of like something that they're going to remember, like, oh, that raccoon haunt, rather than that haunt where there was a clown with a chainsaw. Like where you're
right.
No, fuck them clowns.
No more clowns.
I hate
you unoriginal piece of shits doing clowns. Fuck you.
The first year we did clowns, because there was someone working with me that kept telling me, like, the new It movie's out and you have to have clowns. And so I was like, fine. And there was like anybody that a lot of the people that had dressed as clowns were not really actors per se. They were just people.
Right.
And I just put them in clown suits and just said, all you got to do is walk like a clown gang. And I don't want you can kind of spook them or anything, but I just want this weird thing where it's in the woods and they're just walking around like a gang. And it was fine, but I just never, I think it's like I don't know how to explain it, but it's a cheap scare, but it doesn't make sense to our set. Last year we did have a clown girl, but it was like there was a set built up to look like a birthday party that was at the camp.
See,
So that works.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that really makes sense.
And it actually it's not like, hey, let's do clowns because I want to do clowns. First off, clowns are easy. 100%. They're done 100 times over. They're unoriginal. But when you're in a campground setting and there's a clown there for a birthday party, that can make sense storyline wise. That makes sense. That's not just a clown haunt. That's embellishing the haunt as well and adding creepier factors. I don't mind that.
The camp theme is very like you could do a whole lot with it. If you think about all the activities you do at summer camp, like there's a craft, there's a craft portion, there's archery, there's fishing, there's different things that you can go kind of off on. So whenever like we're looking at how we should theme it, I always say let's keep the camp theme but we got to add a little twist to it.
You were watching too much Camp Laszlo.
I like sleepaway camp movies. I don't know if you ever watched those. I don't know, like Friday the 13th, sure, I would say. But I like horror comedies, so we have a lot of comedy in the show.
Good. Okay.
There was like a couple years back, we definitely towed the line between being too funny over scary, and so we kind of had to
tone it down. We got to bring the scary back, y'all. We got to bring the scary back. So
there was a point in the haunt where like I guess there was this direction given that we should have more comedy, and there was an actor that was actually a very big guy, and he was scary, just standing there and coming at you. But then he would tell you a knock joke. I'm like, I think someone gave him the wrong direction. Like, no,
knock.
There needs to be scary people,
right?
And then you have the comedy relief, because being an actor in haunts, if you can't scare them, make them laugh or entertain them in some way. And so that's what I do. So I always would play this kind of hick hillbilly character that his intention at the beginning was try to scare you, but if anything else failed, try to be funny with it and improvise. And so we have like a lot of our actors do that. My friend Devin does a lot of that. He's hilarious. I'll be trying to I'm like owner/security. So I'll be watching him and I just almost cannot stop laughing with how ridiculous the stuff he improvises, and people love it. That a lot of times people say that's their favorite part is with my friend Devin's set. And so this year we've expanded the set to make it bigger, and we're dressing him up as a raccoon, but it's like a cutout like the Lost Boys, where he's not a raccoon. Nice. Pretending to be a raccoon because he wants to be part of the raccoon gang, but they won't accept him.
So he's a dude playing a dude, pretending to be another dude.
Yeah, right. And he wants to be, because the deal is that raccoons are like werewolves, so if the raccoon bites you, you start to turn.
Okay, I was going to ask Garrett. I'm glad, because I'm glad you said that, because I was going to ask you, is there a raccoon that has rabies, or like or maybe are they turning? Do we see that in the show?
So some of the show this year, we're having these prosthetics done where it shows like half turning people, and I like werewolves are cool, and so I thought let's do something where they're turning. Again, it's cheesy fun, but it also there's ways to scare people. We have a lot of great little pop out jump scares along with like comedy. So
well, look, if I get a chance to go up there, I want to scare, and I'm going to get like those Alka-Seltzers and throw it in my mouth, and foam out the mouth and start speaking in tongues.
Just come out of it.
Come on, the bush. I gotcha.
I love that you said that haunts can be funny, because there is a way. I think if within cue lines in the quad, or maybe like your opening scene, it can be a little comedic. A little like, let's break the ice with these patients. Patients with these customers, break that ice. But then as soon as you send them in, man, we're gonna cheer you. I love that. Yeah. There could be a little comedy in haunts, especially with a unique theme and kind of funny theme as were raccoons. Like,
yeah, it's and we made these. I wish I had one with me right now, but there's this company that makes these very nice, realistic plush raccoons, and then we model them. We put teeth in them, so I think we had like 25 of those made. But then they're really expensive. They're like $100 to make because you're buying it retail off of somebody. And so I looked on the tag and I was like, well, I'm going to call this number. And they call the company and they're like, well, we can sell you them wholesale, but you got to order 50 of them. I was like, okay. So there's 50 of them in a box over there.
I love it. But hey, flip that and make it into merch.
Well, there's other haunts that had purchased them from me. I'm trying to remember. There was one in Des Moines or something, but there was people that wanted raccoon in their haunt. So eventually, what I wanted to do with some of the things I'm sculpting this year for the raccoon theme, I plan to try to sell to other haunts that want to do it.
Beautiful.
So I try to make money on something that you're doing for your own haunt and breaking even in a certain way.
and you know, and that's so smart, and I'm glad that you find ways. And it's so funny hearing that. Okay, fine, I want this raccoon, but I need more of it. Let me do what I normally do with building Chucky. Let me look at the tag and call them. Call them up. Yeah, call them up. Get your foot in the door. I love it.
And then there's some that we made from scratch. The goal is to bake a big mama puppet, big mama raccoon.
I like that.
And it's just, I want to have like an actor kind of screaming like Jamie Kennedy and being like, it's the mama. And then the mama lights up and she comes up. And I want to have these ridiculous looking tits on her. And
yes. Dude, I swear to you. Yes.
And
raccoon titties
and have little raccoons around like
nipples. And
this is too funny. Garrett, this is too funny. Dude.
Okay, you take
this is too funny.
You could take this, and I don't expect anything except the bottle shipped to me. You gotta find a local farmer, bottle some milk, label it raccoon milk. Start selling that shit at your.
You're gonna get in trouble.
No, go there. See, that's the thing is you gotta go there nowadays, and I'm telling you.
And if it was warmer by us, I would have like water spraying out too.
I love it.
Fuck it, let them freeze for a little bit.
Raccoon sitting there like, Mama, I need some milk. Mama,
I need some milk. Let me ask you this. Let's be honest. How often are you searching for taxidermied raccoons?
All the time.
All the time. I know my inner hillbilly.
I was very close to purchasing. It was like $2,500, and it was some guy that made this long, like this canoe about this big, and there was 4 raccoons with paddles. And there was like maybe 2 of them with paddles, and the other one were trying to fish. And it was the cutest thing. I was like, fuck, it wasn't that expensive. I'd pick it up. But I'm always on like Facebook Marketplace, and there's some people always selling raccoons.
What you got to do, and this is coming from somebody who looks at taxidermy for sale on a daily.
Yeah.
Go to Facebook and find taxidermy groups in your area and within the states around you. I find raccoon taxidermy, especially in my area, for like $25, if not even cheaper, all the time. They're getting, and they don't want you're hot. You can get the ones with a broken foot or something, and throw it in a corner, throw it in a tree, spray it down with some clear, so it's safe.
The ones I've been finding are like really nice, and I'm like, oh, I don't even want to put you in here. You're going in my house.
Garrett, that moose, that big old, it's a moose head that's in your dad. I'm sorry, I'm pulling out.
I think you're talking about deer head.
It's deer head. Excuse me. It looked like a moose because the front of the brown nose.
Yeah, it's like that's like a thing of wood. So they used to taxidermy.
So cool.
That's how they used to taxidermy deer heads. And a friend of my dad's friend they used to hunt with was moving away, and he was just getting rid of everything. And we ended up getting like 3 truckloads of stuff at that guy's house. And outside nailed to a tree was this deer head. And I'm like, this is too cool to not do something with. So I went, and the wood was pretty soft. So I put some wood hardener on it and restained it. And it's one of the things in my house. I'm not taking that to the haunt.
It's so cool. I brought it up because it's so cool. That
is it a taxidermy?
I was very impressed.
If he's finding a picture, otherwise
I'm trying to get there.
I'm trying to picture this because you said it's a wooden. Because I know old school.
It's bone.
It impressed me. I have to go to your.
I know in old school taxidermy, it used to be filled up with sawdust.
And I'm sure that's what was in there too at some point. And they used sawdust, but see if I can find it.
I'm on your site now.
I have a million pictures posted. So
yeah, you do. I mean,
welcome to Yep That's Scary. We have taxidermy talk.
No,
I just picked up these ridiculous, like, I don't know, cow horns or whatever the hell they are, and they're in my living room now. I mounted on top. I love taxidermy. I whenever I'm going on dates, I'm like, I'm not Jeffrey Dahmer.
Nate, look,
people get that.
They be looking at what the heck is that?
No, dude, I get that 100%. I'm literally looking for. I was at work the other day and I asked someone, "Did anybody got some skulls for sale?" It's like, "What are you talking about? This hillbilly?" I'm like, "I'm just looking for some. I want to hook it on my truck. I want me a new skull for my truck. I just like taxidermy.
I can't find it.
Someone wanted me to put them cow horns on my Gladiator, and I'm like, I don't know.
Could you tell me?
Well, that's the gooey Chucky.
Did you create that? You say that again?
Yeah. So there was a convention like 2 weekends ago. It's called Flashback Weekend in Chicago, and my friend Alex Vincent and Christina Elise were there, and I wanted to do a booth with them. So my booth was right next to theirs, and I was trying to make something special that would stand out. So I built that. That's all created from the original casting molds. So I put that all together and made it look like it's kind of burnt. In the movie in Child's Play 2, there's a scene where one of the factory dolls gets all fucked up, and I tried to match it as best as possible, and that's what I created. It ended up being a bitch to make. It took me forever, and
it's so cool though.
And it's solid. It's solid resin. It's like it weighs over like 45 pounds. It's stupid. So people were asking to buy it, and I'm like, I don't know how to get this shipped. That's my seamstress there, Sue.
Mm-hmm.
So she does like all the overalls and stuff like that for me, and the wigs and stuff. And she's great. I've had her for several years now, and she's a very good seamstress. She does really good jobs on wedding dresses, actually. And,
really?
Yeah. So if you ever need work,
did Chucky buy her a house too? Because that would be dope.
I think it helped her a lot, because I would go over there and she would say, "Oh, I just got this fixed in my house because of you," and it's like so sweet, that it can help her in some way, because it does pay well. I pay well. I do. I make a certain amount of money off it. I want them to make a certain amount of money off of it too.
Beautiful.
She's very good. I can sew, but she sews way better, and I'd rather the stress be put on her than me.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, which Chucky film is this doll based off of? The first one?
Well, the first one there is from Child's Play 2. That particular head was also kind of used in the first film when they were doing the transitional faces. So that is like almost stage 2 looking. But in the sequel, they decided to kind of not do all these different stages because it costed money and took extra time to set up. So they kind of just painted the good guy face look on that particular head, which I call the neutral head, or Trick or Treat Studios calls it the Tommy head or something. But the next one to it is the classic good guy that you see.
Sorry.
And then the rest are pretty much the same, but different stages of painting. But those are made out of resin, and then I paint the flesh tone on, I clear coat them, and the way I do it is to keep the longevity of the pieces. If you were to do it out of rubber, it would, over time, it would wear out, where this will hold up for a really, really long time. And these are
made to order?
Yeah, right now I have like over a year waiting list to make them.
What?
Yeah, too many people want them, and I'm getting to a point where it's like, damn, like this is just nuts. But I keep accepting orders because I want to,
Hey,
find what's
I
going
still
Trying
need
to
to.
increase some prices.
No, don't say that because I still need to put my order in first.
I raised
I'm on a
them.
budget.
Why?
Jeez.
I raised them, and I look at the
Now, let
price
me
and
ask you this.
Yeah.
Sorry, he has a lag, by the way, just to let you know.
Okay, that's fine.
Go ahead, Gerard.
Yeah, there's a lag on my end. I'm sorry. Now, let me ask you this: how long does it take from hey, it's time to start Jeremiah's order to finish? How many days? How many hours?
Yeah.
It all depends because I don't think I've ever built a doll that something didn't go wrong with and I had to fix it. A lot of times it comes down to paint. When you're airbrushing, like a problem that can happen is sometimes water gets in your hose line and it'll spit something, and then you have to fix it. So there's things like if everything went perfectly, it would take me 2 weeks. And that's between drying, you gotta let stuff sit for a couple days before you do the next layer. So a lot of times it's that, but if something goes wrong, there was a point where last year, there was a company I had been getting resin from for many years. And I don't know if they changed the bottling, company that did it. But I was getting this resin that wasn't setting up correctly. And so I had to throw away a lot of dolls that I was almost done making, but they were something was going wrong with them because the resin was gooing up. And so it was like a big waste of time. So I've been kind of behind because I'm still almost behind because of what happened, something that happened last year. And then recently with the Chucky hair, I get it from the company that actually made the hair for the movie originally.
Really?
And they're backed up right now. I know they told me last time I talked with them, they said they're still doing orders from 2022. So
wow.
Yeah, so it's been a nightmare, but luckily I have a certain amount of hair that I've kept and I'm still getting orders out, but I've had very patient. I think this is the most patient clients I've ever had. So
is it me or has the hair kind of evolved from the doll to the TV show? Because I feel like he has a bob now.
We created the wigs for the TV show. Me and Sue did, and the problem. So when I sell them the wigs, they want them untrimmed because when they put it on the doll and pin it down, they have to cut it. But the frustrating part about seeing the show is it doesn't look like whoever's cutting it is doing it right. They're just putting a big salad bowl on his head.
Thank you. I'm so glad you said that because I was like, that's not Chucky.
And I'm no hairstylist, but I cut all my wigs, and you can see there's a little more texture and different things like that. So it's a little frustrating because I'm not part of the set crew, so they film that all in Canada. I just make what they need, and then they have their own. It's basically they have to have all these Canadians working on the show. They can't have a lot of Americans. So that's what it turns into. And once the TV show runs, I'm really kind of out of it. They just kind of hit me up when they need things made. But I don't, some people come up to me and say, well, what's going to be in this new season 3? What's going to be in this
like, I don't know.
And if I knew, I couldn't tell you.
Right. Duh.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. So tell us how that relationship started. How did you start getting involved with the TV show?
On Cult of Chucky, it was like Tony Gardner reached out to me, and he's known for doing Hocus Pocus and Army of Darkness and like a lot of things, Dark Man and all that. And I had seen him in interviews, and so I knew his voice. So when he reached out to me online, I says, you have to call me because, I just wanted to make sure this was all real. And I knew his voice. So when I picked up the phone, it was him. I was just like, wow, and he's a very nice guy. And so, it just turned into, from Cult, which I think was done in 2017 sometime. And and Don's a very nice guy, Don Mancini. When we did the TV show, he was more in touch with me on the show. He was really obsessed with like getting the look he liked Child's Play 2, which I think everyone likes Child's Play 2. It's one of the better films. And he wanted the look to kind of be more like that. So they used my heads, the hard copy heads, to remold and make the skins and all that. So they have their own team that makes the animatronics and stuff. And I just supplied a lot of references, body forms, hands, different stuff like shoes, the wigs and stuff like that.
Because believe it or not, you are the Chucky guy. You are the guy that's killing the game. You created a market for yourself with Trick or Treat Studio. Like, you're doing it. And so they had to get the guy who's doing it. And I'm just so blessed to know you because this is amazing.
I think it's like with having major ADHD, you're literally like very specific on how something's supposed to look. And I think that's why people continue to hire me for things, because people want, there's a specific look, and it's very, Chucky's very nostalgic. And, if my goal with the TV show with them was, let's get it to that part, someone else will worry about the story. I don't know anything about that, but let's try to get Chucky to look like Chucky, like how he did back in the films. And I would say we've gotten reasonably close. I think there's still some tweaks that could be there, but, it turned out a lot better than I think, some of the other films. So
yeah, the text. I mean, I'm going through. First of all, I'm trying not to fan out over your collection.
I have a lot of movie memorabilia. I like collecting. I don't like to have replicas in my home. I'll make replicas, but I like real props in my house. So that a lot of things I have are from.
Is that because you are a prop maker? So you're like, no, I don't want to. I could do that.
I could just make it. I don't know. It's really weird. I just like the prop business has been able to make me money so that I could actually afford the real stuff. I collect a lot of Chucky stuff. I like the Chucky memorabilia for sure.
Yeah. And I seen that you got the first of all, so Scary Movie is one of my favorite movie franchises because it's horror comedy. You said you love horror comedy yourself.
Yeah.
When you got the painting, how did that work? Because I messaged you. I was like, what?
There was a collector that had it and was looking to sell it, and so we made a deal, and I got it. I still have to get it framed, but yeah, it was one of the paintings in the show, it's here and there I get things that are pretty. This year, oddly, I've been getting a lot more stuff than usual. I don't know if people are just letting go of stuff more easily. Last year, it seemed like a lot of movie memorabilia was very expensive, and now it's kind of coming back down again, which is good because it's like everything, these auction houses are going nuts. So you try to get stuff directly from the private collector or a crew member. And that's a lot of stuff I get is from crew, reaching out to different people with the connections I've made to see if they have anything left over in their storage units or something. So
right. So how is the process in returning props and requests to Canada production team? You say it's shot there because it's tax reasons.
Sure,
being shot in Canada, but how's that process works when they're requesting something from you and you have to give it to them?
Usually it's all pre-production, so things will be shipped to California, and then they get put in a big crate, and they ship it all to Canada. And then sometimes they'll be shooting and they need extras of something. Maybe they got something too bloodied up and they needed an extra. And there's been times where I've mailed stuff directly to Canada as they needed it. This year with the writer's strike, I haven't heard anything. It's just sort of I did pre-production with them, and then at this point I know nothing. So
it stopped. And not only that, but I mean we're look at that chest, boy. I stopped right on it.
You always got to get a good workout pump before you take pictures. Then they flatten out the next day.
Yo, I stopped right on it. All right, so yeah, I mean,
Gotta get them wings flapping.
right, get the wings flapping.
Right, people having I thought the wings. Yeah.
I see, I'm going to say this, Garrett, because I love Chucky, and the hair. I love your hair versus the TV show hair. Can I show you the video of the TV show hair? Is that okay? Can I show you
The
that?
salad bowl hair.
Yeah, it's just like
It's sad because you provide the wigs for it, and I want to when you're trying to like in a sense brag about what you've done, people say, well, the hair is not as bad, and I'm like, well,
I mean, I wasn't going to say anything. I mean,
it
was one of my questions. I was like, whoa, what happened to like he got afro / bob /
and it
like
changes a lot. You see different styles, and it's distracting. But that's just my opinion. I don't want to gripe on somebody else that did it wrong.
Right.
It sucks, but I wish I could be there.
Right.
But there's again, it's like tax reasons, from my understanding. There's just
Right.
in season 1 there was talks of me being there, but then COVID was going on, and it was a little more difficult. But since then, it's just probably been more of a situation of to save money. So I'm not asking a lot of money, but it's just enough where
right.
That's
Well,
why I think the writer's strike exists right now.
Well, first of all, I want to say congratulations on season 3. Woo!
Yeah, I think they filmed 4 episodes, and I don't know what the deal, what's going on because they stopped shooting. So it might be just like 4 episodes. I don't know. I could be completely wrong, so don't take that to.
Well, you guys check out the trailer of Chucky.
And now we take you to Hackensack, New Jersey for a special announcement.
Who made this podium so fucking tall? I'm here to announce to you, dipshits, that season 3 of my show, Chucky, will return on October 4th.
And I will not rest until every single one of you fuckers watch it.
Now ask me some questions.
Chucky, what is this season about?
All I'll say is, DC is gonna get chucked up.
With so much content out there, where can we watch the new season?
I'm too big for only one platform, so my show's running on 3. USA, Sci-Fi, and Peacock. Next, Fastlight.
Will Devon Sawa be returning as a new character?
Who? Next question.
How about Jennifer Tilly? Will she be back?
Yes, she always comes back.
Tilly, right here. Chucky.
What's your response to critics that say there have been way too many doll movies recently?
I'd say this is not a movie. I already did 7 movies. This is a TV show.
I'm sorry, Chucky. I didn't mean to offend you.
What kind of a shitty question is that? I'm coming for you,
First of all, I love it. I love that Chucky has a series. The only thing is, I'm like that fro is changing on me. But he's a ginger. Like Gerard here.
I think the best explanation I could give on that about the whole look of the doll is,
yes,
they claim that I think it was in Cult of Chucky, they claimed that they still make good guy dolls, but they just look different. And so that's kind of what I think, that's why it looks like that. It's like just a different iteration, because in factories, a lot of times when you make something with the factory and then you've captured that look, and then you go back to the factory 5 years later, you can get a different look because of that time,
Right.
So
Right. Okay. Let's see what we got here. So when does your haunt open?
every Friday and Saturday of October. We're only doing 4 weekends this year. Last year we did 5, but yeah, that's a set we were building, like a facade of the lodge, and then that's a big Camp Forever sign that I built. Had a lot of fun building that.
Did you get some inspiration from the American Horror Stories when the American Horror Stories, the 80s one, when they were at the camp? Did you watch that
I didn't, but a lot of my crew did, and so I think some of them were inspired. I think I stopped watching after the carnival one or the freak show. I think I stopped watching. But there were, I think, I think Devin brought up to me about the 80s or the, and and that's the whole vibe of this haunt is it's supposed to be very 80s.
Nice.
And again, like people love nostalgia, and so the setup is supposed to be very nostalgic, so people get through a lot of that. And that's just how I like to do it.
We have some videos that we want to share with you and get your thoughts on it, since you're a Chucky doll and a doll maker. Yes. The first one is this one.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
Holy Spirit,
no. Oh, no.
activate. Holy Spirit, activate. 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 All right, let's go.
Oh, God.
The demon doll. Because Chucky used a demon doll, they were like, look at that. What are your thoughts about that Chucky fan? What do you thought about that?
Well, it's cute because a lot of the kids, like I'll be at these conventions and there's kids that'll dress up as Chucky because they're small, and it's so cute. And I have one. There's a picture on my Instagram somewhere where this little girl is dressed up as Tiffany, and she's got a knife and she's holding one of the movie props, the Cult of Chucky doll I had. And it's just cute, like they dress up like that and have a good time. And I was a kid that I liked to dress up as these characters, even though I think when I was younger, I didn't even watch those movies yet. I was such a big scaredy cat, but I just knew I liked the look. I think I dressed up as Freddy Krueger before I ever even watched a Freddy Krueger movie.
Really? Was that because of mom and dad? Like mom and dad was like, this is our favorite.
No, I was I don't think they cared. I was just a big scaredy cat. I couldn't watch all that. My first horror movie I ever really watched was Jason X, and it was playing on the Sci-Fi Channel. My grandma was asleep, and I walked in the living room, and Jason X, and Jason comes out, and I screamed, and I had to go in the playroom and watch That's So Raven to go to bed.
Yes.
So Raven. Yes. Terrified. And I was as a kid to go into haunted houses. I remember we were at this place called Jellystone Park, and they had a haunted house. They had a Halloween theme in the summer where kids could go trick-or-treating to different campers. And then these kids put on this haunted house in a barn, and my mom had I wouldn't go in there, and my mom had me by the legs, and I'm holding onto the barn door, screaming because I wouldn't go in. It was my idea I wanted to see it, but then the reality of being in line and about to go in was too terrifying for me. So I was a real wimp when I was younger, and preferred to be in to scare act than be scared.
Right. It's so funny because I feel like there's been more and more people that I've interviewed that would say, hey, Will, I was definitely scared of haunted attractions. Same here. I was afraid of haunted attractions. My dad would drag me and I would be hitting him. No, I don't want to go. And then to produce them and be like, yeah. And then once you get behind the scenes, behind the curtain, you're like, oh, this is nothing, and then now you make money scaring people.
Yeah, I mean, to an extent, I still am scared of all that stuff. If I don't have someone a crew or a team member with me out at the haunt and it's starting to turn dusk, and I'm by myself, I will leave. The show buildings are really out in the middle of nowhere. I mean,
you haven't slept overnight in your haunt yet?
No. I did that at another haunt where I actually slept in it, but there was another person staying there, so it wasn't a big deal. But it was the real cabins I've slept in, but not in the real haunted house. I think the raccoons and the squirrels would start chewing on my toes and stuff if they live in there. Every once in a while, it's like, fuck. I tripped over a raccoon a couple years ago walking in there, and it was dead. But you felt it. I was wearing just sandals, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And it scared the hell out of me. But it was
you would have you tripped over a dead raccoon.
He didn't trip over. No, he said he tripped up a raccoon. No, what was it?
What'd you do? Oh no!
It was.
Well, I was in the
Jeffrey,
dark
but a new
maze. I
prop.
didn't see. I wasn't. I was just kind of looking ahead and seeing like a little bit of source of light, so I knew where to go. But the room was dark, and all of a sudden I tripped on this this dead carcass of a raccoon. There was a raccoon that went in there and just died. And
Oh my god! You putting it against the wall, making some good.
me. I was like, because I thought it was alive, and yeah, so it was very
That's
spooky.
funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to show you another video. I'm trying to find it right now. But Gerard, you want to talk about your doll video?
So this
Gerard.
is my opinion of
Here
what
you go.
Chucky would really be like.
This
Tell
is
me
your
what you
opinion
think.
about. Okay, here we go. And let's cue that video real quick.
I think this is hilarious.
Are you done now? When are you gonna give up?
Are you kidding me? What'd you break this time, you little shit? You're so dead. My god, he finally did it!
You too good for your box? It's offended you. This is 100% pure Egyptian polyester. Oh yeah? You're gonna take the blame for this? Oh really? Smell it! Smell it! Can't you tell no one wants you here? Why don't you just go back to the attic and stay there, you worthless dummy?
Oh jeez.
What
I
else?
love ventriloquist dolls. I used to do ventriloquism and talent shows, and I have one puppet in the attic somewhere that.
No, I saw your puppets on your Instagram, and I was fanned out because that was a love of mine too. We have a lot in common. All right, so the third video is a good buddy of ours, Josh Evans, and his Chucky Full of Fright. Check it out, and trust me, he takes it everywhere in Georgia. Okay, check it out. That was at the Georgia Pop at HorrorCon. I think
I saw somebody at Flashback Weekend with a very similar setup. But yeah, those seem to be pretty popular right now.
Let me tell you, he is a influencer for Chucky. Let me tell you, he had it at Walmart. That's why I was trying to find the Walmart clip, and people was running from Chucky. I swear, Chucky almost got punted so many times. And here in Georgia, we don't play with Chucky. Okay. So
yes, the worst thing is when if I'm on a date or something with somebody and they have not looked me up in any way, and you're on this date and they're asking you, what do you do for work? And I'm like, I am a toy designer. I'll go further if the date goes well, but a lot of people don't like that. You know, there's people that just think that's nutty. So
there's some people that just don't like dolls, like they have a fear of dolls, and so I bet you're probably their worst nightmare. Let's talk about this. How was your Halloween? I want to know a little bit about your Halloween as a kid.
Oh yeah, I would always have to decorate my grandmother's house. We grew up out in the country, and she lived in town, and so for Halloween when trick-or-treating was going on, I wouldn't always trick-or-treat. I would set up all these things that I made or purchased at Halloween stores, and you know, they'd be these little stand guys, these standy guys, and I would dress up as a character and actually stand on a piece of wood. So when people were walking around, they thought, oh, that's just one of those little standy guys. And then I would scare them. So I wouldn't necessarily even go trick-or-treating all the time. I would just scare people. And that's how I got, my kicks for Halloween. I don't know, you get your pumpkin. I still pick up pumpkins from the same place I went to as a kid. That's always like a tradition to get pumpkins from the same guy. And yeah, so that's kind of, I don't know. There's nothing too crazy about, I think,
Tell us what scares you at night.
I don't, I just everything kind of, you kind of think of everything. Yeah, I don't, as a kid, so a lot
I
of things.
love it. I love
Yeah.
it. You guys get your hashtags in hashtag Chucky to win this amazing 12x18 Chucky art for your new horror collection coming up real soon. So now at this point, because of time, we're about done. Hashtag Chucky, everybody, hashtag Chucky. At this time, since we're about to wrap up, is our guest final thoughts. So after this clip, it's going to be you. Tell the world what's next in your pipeline. Tell us where they can find you. Tell us all what's the next project you have.
Well,
Are you ready? You
there's
ready to go? Hold on. All right, 1, 2.
So I can't say everything at this point because there's some deals that are still being worked out. But there's a lot to be had in the next year or two with Chucky and Haunted Voyage and all that stuff. So I'm pretty excited and hoping to come out with actually a lot more of Halloween products in the future. So that's kind of what's going on. You can visit my Instagram. It's at Garrett Zima. And that's where I post a lot of haunted house stuff or Chucky stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for having me, guys.
Oh my gosh, let's go. Get it, dude. You are killing it. I am so proud of you. I'm one of your biggest fans, and I'm blessed to just to watch you afar killing it. You know what I mean? And I am gonna order a doll from you, and I would like for you to sign it. Just let me get my money's right, because I'm balling on the budget. I'm still balling on a budget, but I want to do that, and I really want you to sign it so I can add it to my new horror collection. All right. So thank you so much, Garrett, for the time. We appreciate you. I hope you have a successful haunt season.
Thank you.
And many more to come. And thanks for the time. We appreciate you.
Well, thanks for having me.
Awesome. Thank you so much, buddy. Wow. Let me just say this. I am so blessed to have him again, to know him and to see him and have him on the show. I remember we were talking, I was like, on Yep That's Scary, about Yep That's Scary to Garrett, and I was like, dude, I gotta have you on the show. Like, I have to have you on the show. And even though this is season 2, I'm glad that I still was persistent with him, because I know we get busy and life happens, right? And with haunt season, and so I'm glad that he literally was like, yes, what time, and just made some time for me. It makes me feel special. But yeah, guys, get your hashtag Chucky. And Gerard, I don't know, something happened with his tech, but get your hashtag Chucky. We're about to do our drawing here real soon to get to share with you guys this amazing 12x18 poster. This amazing 12x18 poster we got at Georgia Pop and Horror Con. The artist that created it was Patrick from Fantasy Realms Art. We played on top of the show, and so we thought it was best fitting to give away that awesome poster. So get it in now before we do our drawing. Hey, Gerard, are you there? What's up, buddy?
Yeah, I'm back.
We're almost wrapped
Hopefully.
up. Yeah. I know it's tech. I can see it in your face right now. All right, let's do it, because we're about to wrap up. So I do guys want to say that again, thank you for watching, and let's get this party started with the Chucky doll. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this random raffle. If you guys watching, cross your fingers. Let's see who wins. Oh, where's my drum roll? Where's my drum roll? And the winner goes to Ward. Am I saying that? Ward Caddy? Ward Caddy, you are the winner. So please go ahead and DM us, direct message us, slide into our DMs, and let us know where we can send the poster out to you. And congratulations. Wow, what a good show.
It was. I really wish technical issues wasn't as bad as they were. But you know, I think it was a good show.
Right. And
Now,
you know what? And
here's the important
go ahead.
question, Willie.
Go ahead.
Are you or are you not going to watch The Pope Exorcist tonight?
I will watch the Pope Exorcist tonight. Yes, I will.
Because you've had me tell you, you've had a couple people on the show tell you, it's on Netflix. I know you got Netflix, and it's the #1 show on Netflix right now. Movie on
What
Netflix.
do you do? Are you pushing Netflix on me right now? They're not even a sponsor. Jeez. But yes, I will watch it tonight. There's a lot
Everybody
of
got Netflix. I don't even pay for Netflix, and I got Netflix. Remember, guys, don't pay for Netflix. Get your cousin's Netflix. There you go.
Anyways, I would say, listen, whatever you say. I'm excited for our next show. Thank you to our guest, Garrett Zima, for being on the show and sharing his love and passion. We kind of bounced on a lot of different topics here, but there was so much to talk about because he's such a great person and a great horror and haunt creative. And so again, I'm just so glad to know him. And also, thank you, Gerard, for being on the show and just holding it down, even through your technical difficulties. I also want to thank our viewers that are with us live. Thank you for being on the show and engaging with us, and our listeners listening to our podcast at home, work, or driving in transit. We appreciate you for your love and support. Please remember to follow, like, subscribe, and share our social media accounts so we can continue to engage while building our horror family here at Yep, That's Scary. And we want to continue that. Our shows are every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, except for the holidays. And we are so excited to share with you guys the next couple of things that are happening. But here's our next event that we're going to be at. Yo, what's up, everyone? This is your boy Willie May with Yep, That's Scary. Oh my gosh, Halloween season is upon us, and we got so many horror conventions to go to. But let me tell you about this one. We're going to CreepyCon, yes, in Tennessee. I will be there interviewing staff, seeing some crazy clowns, vendors, all of it. We're ready to go and have some fun and get some spookity dookie on right here on Yep, That's Scary. You guys can get your tickets at creepycon.com and see me there. I'll be doing some interviews and whatnot. Yeah, you know, and then we got haunt reviews coming out where we're going to be going to haunted houses. And if you have a haunted house and you want us to show up and get our little fright on, call us, slide it into our DMs and let us know what's good. Gerard, what are you doing? You're frozen? All right, till next time, guys, stay scary. Yo, if you like what you have just heard, subscribe now or forever hold your screams.